Frank, in many ways, Adobe as a company has changed over the last few years from being a traditional publishing company to being a company that's offering its customers a broad platform of solutions, including marketing, analyst tools, and much, much more. How do you see Adobe as a role in the broader marketing perspective for the customers in the future?
Well, for many years, Adobe has been working on creating technology to enable the creation of great content. We are known originally for our technology on Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, DPS, etc., etc. And I think what we've seen is that creating great content is important, but it's also important to be able to manage that content, to make it available to the different touch points, so you can expose your clients to the content that you want to offer them. And that's why we have started to embark on a journey to assemble technology so that our client can continue creating this great content and impactful content, but can then also manage it and measure the engagement that this content creates with the end consumer so they can optimize.
And in the near future, we will see something you are calling Adobe One, where you will be gathering Creative Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Digital Publishing Solution, all your services in one service. How will that work?
Well, that's correct, but I think it's important to understand that we're gathering this because we can see that organizations need all the different capabilities that we're offering. It doesn't mean that you need to go all in or not in at all. I think it's a journey, so we know they need all those capabilities. We know they need all those capabilities to work together. So the integration between the different pieces is really important. But I think companies will start in one place where they can see the business value short term for them. It's important for them to know that they can scale with whatever they have started with. And this is why we are gathering everything into one Adobe Cloud. So we have the possibility to offer our clients all the technology capability they need to create those great customer experiences in order to get loyalty and boost their business.
Okay, so the customer can still pick and choose?
Absolutely. The customer can still pick and choose. Obviously, the more you use those different pieces together, the faster you can reach your objective. But technology is one thing. Maturity of your organization, how fast you can go is another thing. And you need to be very aware of what you can as an organization to make sure you don't try to go too fast.
I've been working with the digital publishing solution for some time, and I hear that many customers fear that you will abandon publishing and focus more and more on marketing, but publishing will still be a main focus area for Adobe.
It will, because to be successful in this, in your digital transformation, in creating those impactful customer experiences, you need to be able to combine content and data. And DPS is a very important piece of the ability to create that content. So dropping it would be a big mistake, because suddenly we would not be able to create that content, and then we would be left with having great insight. But once you have great insight, to actionate that insight, you need to be able to create that content that is relevant, personalized, and make it available to your customers.
But I guess that tools like HTML will play a major role in the future to come.
It will. I think we always looking at the new technologies that are coming in to make sure that we are there for our clients when those technologies become mainstream. HTML5 is a very important piece of technology, so we are already there. When you talked earlier about DPS, and as you know, we are now combining this in an offering called AEM Mobile, because we can see that the mobile channel is an extremely important media, not because the other media are to be left, but more because the mobile channel is offering possibilities not available with the other channels, mainly because you have geolocalization, because you have it all the time with you, because you have a camera. So you have a certain number of things attached to a mobile that are not really present in the other channel, and this is what makes it so special. You need to make it a part of the overall picture, but it's really important for us to make sure that we offer our clients the right capabilities so they can achieve their objectives.
But you made a survey, and it shows that many companies are probably not so mobile ready as we might think.
Well, that's correct. I mean, I think that everybody recognizes mobile as a very important channel, but I think sometimes companies are struggling a bit to find out how they will integrate that channel in their marketing mix. I think they struggle sometimes to really capture how they can leverage that very special channel. And we see that when you get into the details, it's not always easy for an organization to decide, okay, what is it we exactly want to do? And it's not only about, I'm launching an app. It's about, okay, if the mobile app, what is the role of the mobile app piece in my overall, customer experience strategy? And that's not a very easy thing to manage. Huh? So we understand companies are struggling, but we see it's going to come. So I would expect that the percentages of companies that are actually going mobile first is going to increase in the coming years.
Seen from your perspective, what's the biggest obstacle in this converting process regarding making the customers going mobile?
I'm not sure it's so much a conversion. I think it's more an extension of what they're already doing to embrace the mobile channel as part of all the different touch points. It's very similar to what we see in terms of the challenges to go digital. It's how do we do it? Why do we do it? What does it take to do it? At the end of the day, today technology is there. It was not the case, 4 or 5 years ago. So I think the biggest obstacle is probably to get an internal alignment, to get the buy-in from top management, and the ability to get that buy-in all the way down to the organization. So you have an organization that is aligned on this and is moving into the same direction defined by management.
So changing the organization is really important.
Yes. I mean, if you don't, organizations are very often organized by function or by product. Today, if you want to create this customer experience that everybody agrees is so important, you need to break those silos. You need to make sure that you take a customer angle and not an internal organization angle. You don't want to expose your customers to your internal organization, to your internal struggle. So I think the organizational changes that companies have to go through is one of the big challenge. I'm not going to say it's the only one, but it's one of the big challenges that they need to overcome.